Welcome back everyone, my name is Jimmy and today I have another speed paint for you. This one is a bit special to me, I'm not gonna lie, because it is for my Patreon page. Each one of these drawings is like its own little icon for the different tier system that Patreon uses for different donation levels. But before I go into that, I want to just like explain to you the process of what has happened here, because I'm sure you don't understand. I haven't explained it. So I spent over 24 hours doing all of this, from the sketching to the coloring to the final renders. It was 24 hours. It was actually more. It was like 25 hours, but 24 hours sounds better. It was 24 hours of just like different days of the week. Like I spent an hour on it or whatever. And in the end, it took me almost 3 months to finally finish this. So for me, this is like a huge accomplishment, because after all the times that my motivation like just sank to nothing, and all the times that it was like super high, I was like really wanting to get into this, like all of those times have culminated in this, and in that the fact that it's finally done and I can finally make a video on it and finally like produce it and show it to you. It is like this is a big deal for me. Even though I'm really happy that I finished this, it's sort of a little bit of a bittersweet ending here, because I don't think the art I did was actually all that good. I mean, of course I have that, artist mentality, like, oh, my work sucks, like I need to die, like whatever. But I think my coloring of this wasn't exactly as good as it could have been. But I mean, of course, I'm not a digital painter. I'm more of a digital like cell shader, I guess you could call that. I don't know. But this is my very first attempt at like really trying to digital paint rather than like do cell shading and like gradients and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's all that successful. I don't think it is. I think my coloring is, I'm a little like weak when it comes to coloring. My colors aren't very bright, or like they don't contrast very well. So I know that's something I have to improve on, and I will eventually get better at that. There's a lot of artists I really love that I'm trying to study up on to, get better at that specific problem that I have. But this whole like digital painting thing, it has to be 6 years ago for me. It had to be like New Year's night or something, because that was like right around the time, that everyone writes down like a list of goals they want to do, but inevitably no one ever actually does the goals that they set out to do, like, lose weight or whatever it is. So 6 years ago, I put this note on my laptop. It's not a physical note. It's like a whatever you call it, like notepad note or something like that. I put that there, and I just left it. I said, whatever it said. It was like, figure out how to do digital painting, whatever. And it sat there for like years and years. And every few months or few like years, like every new year, I obviously saw it, because that's where I wrote all my little goals down. But I just kept seeing it. And I kept thinking to myself every year, every time I saw it, like, I'm not ready. I kept getting this image in my head, like, you are not ready to get to that step. You need to continue, get better with your colors. You need to figure out all these things. But it was so like wrong of me to think that, because the only way to really get good at something is to do it. Like, I actually have to do it to get any level of skill from it. So I decided, in these little Patreon icons, I decided I'm going to do some digital painting. I'm going to try my hand at it. I'm going to get this started off. And if it's not so good, I can remake it. I have my whole life. I have all these things. I can just remake. You just go into Patreon and edit it and delete them. It's fine. It's all experience. And I was really mostly inspired by Raw Straws, which, if you don't know who Raw Straws is, you must not be a part of the art community, because Raw Straws is massively famous. He is like one of the craziest, like best, I don't mean crazy like he's like, he isn't entertaining, but like he's just really good at what he does, and he's very confident. He knows what he can do and what he can't do. Like, his style is just very bright, and all the compliments I could possibly give him. but I went to his Patreon as an example. I thought, you know, his Patreon must be like super great and super well made. What does his Patreon look like? Maybe I can take some pointers from it. I can get inspired. That's what I do. That's what all artists do. We all look at each other's stuff and get inspired by it. So I went to his Patreon, I looked, and in the corner, he has all the icons of his character, which are, I think that his character is like the personification of Patreon, which is like the exact same thing I did. I'm obviously stealing from him his entire idea. I'm clearly a plagiarist, but like obviously his style is much better than mine. Like his character design is great, and mine is just kind of like a regular character. But anyway, I saw that and I was like, I love that. I love the little cute little chibi, nothing special, just painted chibi with the like he has breakfast, lunch, dinner, like the little scheme of the list that he has. And I thought, like, obviously I need a theme, and obviously I need like some little cute little chibi icons that I can do. So I started, I don't know exactly where this is on his Patreon, but I was looking around a little bit, trying to read some of his description to get some ideas for that too. And somewhere in there, it said he was also inspired by another artist named Diana Pan. I'm not sure how to pronounce their name, but so he was inspired by them. And I went check their Instagram and all their, their Twitter and stuff like that. And the rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper as you go. Like their art and their chibis are just so adorable and so well done. And I thought, that'll be my direct inspiration. Their finished chibis, I'll try and do that sort of thing. And so with this artist, Dayan Pan, or Dayan Pan, however you say their name, with their chibis and their style, I thought I'll use that as my direct reference, and I'll like really have a good reference for that. And of course, their art is a lot more detailed and complex than I thought, than I realized in the beginning. So I tried to give it a shot, and I had to download a bunch of new brushes to like kind of emulate their style a lot, because they use a lot of dry looking brushes, and I had to go download those from the Clip Studio Assist app and all those things. If you wanna know how to get them, it's super easy. Just go to the Clip Studio Assist thing and you can download them. I'm sure there's a ton of videos, or I can explain it to you, whatever. It's not the point of this video, so I'm not going to go into it. But I'm like proud that finally, after like all this time, I really just like sunk my teeth into this digital like painting type environment. And I'm just sort of proud of myself for doing that finally. And I also want to, really, because this is why I'm doing this, I want to tell other artists who are thinking like, oh, I'm not good enough to do that yet, so I'll wait. Don't wait. Do it. Like even if the art that you do is like terrible, you hate it, it looks terrible, you're drawing stick figures, whatever it is, just try it, because you'll either surprise yourself at how much you actually know, or you'll end up learning so much more than you ever would if you didn't try it. So I have to like refer to the very old meme of like, just do it, because even if you're not going to post it on your Instagram or post it on whatever, and it's just some dumb sketch you did, or just some dumb little piece of art you did, and you hate it so much, and you're never going to show the world, you're going to throw it into a folder and never show anyone it, or you're going to delete it immediately after doing it, just start it. Because I wish I could go back and tell myself, like maybe 5 years ago or 4 years ago, to just like start doing it. Just make like random stuff until at one point you're gonna learn something. Like one moment in all of that frustrated sketching and just throwing something at the wall, eventually something is gonna stick to the wall, and it's gonna be like that little spark that you're gonna be like, oh, that's how you do it, or like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I want to tell you all, that it is possible, and you just gotta try it. Even if you're not gonna show anybody anything, you gotta try it. Like even these, I'm kind of self-conscious. Like I don't want to show people these because I think they look like crap, but like I'm gonna show them off, and then when I get better and when I try and do something different, I'll just change them. I mean, I can edit Patreon as much as I want. I can edit all my accounts as much as I want. It's fine. Like maybe that's something with just me. I have to learn that like I have all these places of opportunities that I can just change things or do whatever I want, and it's sometimes hard for me to realize that. So this is also kind of a message to myself to just like get over it and like really just try, even if you think it's gonna be crap, and even if it is crap, just do it. So yeah, refer back to the old meme, and you'll eventually get somewhere with what you're trying to do. Boy, that became somewhat unintentionally inspiring. I guess I'm like a fledgling Shia LaBeouf at this point. I'm not really sure what else to say because this video, I need the speed paint to continue on for like another 3 minutes or so, because if I sped it up anymore, I think people would have seizures. Like even now, it's like this video is so fast, and I still have like 3 or 4 minutes that I have to sort of pad out with content. I don't really have much else to say other than thank you for watching. This is actually something I probably should talk about, because this is a real question I have. If you don't like this sort of content, like the discussion or narration inside the speed paint video, please comment that. Or if you do like it, please comment and tell me, because I want to create content that you will like that you guys will all like. So if you come to these videos, you see a speed paint from Peacuch, let's go watch that, and you find out that I'm like talking the entire time and you don't want to listen to me, please tell me, because obviously like it's much easier to just make a speed paint and not talk over it like this, but I also enjoy this because I get to like throw my ideas out there, and I get to tell you guys my process and explain to you like how this piece of art came into creation. Like with my one speed paint, it was from Destiny's Call with the character Chica. I wanted to explain to you like yes, this is a character from someone else's work. This is not my character, and like explain, why I wanted to do the things that I did. So unless you like literally don't care what I put out, and it's just you literally don't care what I do, please tell me, because I have no clue. I have no idea if I put out, other than the views, I guess. Like, I don't know if this is a format that you'd really like. And even with the views, like I don't have that many subscribers on YouTube, and even the people who come from Tapastic to view my stuff, like I only get about 50 views per speed paint or something like that. I think my latest ones, my last two, I've had like a couple hundred, or not a couple, just like 100 or so people. But even then, that's not really enough people for me to say like oh, this video did better, or oh, this video didn't do so good. Like usually, like I'm trying to think of an example. With my speed paint videos, I have a lot, like a fairly large amount more of people who come to view them. But like my gaming videos, my gaming videos only get at the max like 20 or so views per video. So I can't really determine when a video gets 20 views or a video gets like 15 views. That's really not, that's not something I can determine to be like, okay, that video is terrible, I should never do that video again, or that style again. But with this, there's like a precedent. There's like there's more people who come to this. So if you enjoy this style, this narration and stuff like that, it would really help me out if you told me. And if you hate it and that's the reason why you're not watching them, also tell me that, because I can put out 2 videos. I can put out one video with just the music and another video as a narrated discussion like this. or whatever. I mean, I can do that if that's what you want, but you have to tell me that's what you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing these narrated versions because I enjoy this. This is, I mean, I get to talk to you all. I get to tell you everything that went into the process of making these. And I generally just enjoy this more because I'm sort of like I don't want to call myself a type A personality because I'm really not. But when it comes to YouTube, I enjoy talking and saying things and getting my ideas out there. And I'd rather not just post a speed paint video that's just music and a speed paint. Like, I understand that most artists do that and that's super successful for them, but I prefer to put in this extra work so that I can talk to you all about it. And even, I mean, I could technically do videos the way like Raw Straws does it, but I don't really have a crew or anything to help me out with it, so it probably wouldn't turn out. It's not going to turn out even half as good as his do, and my energy is questionable at best when I'm drawing. So I don't know if I could do stuff like that, but this is definitely something I enjoy doing. So if you like it, you got to tell me for the millionth time as my voice slowly dies because I've been beating this topic to death. I do need your like feedback here because otherwise I have no idea what to do, obviously. Also, I have to apologize for the quality of this video. I know you don't really care about this, but I do. And seeing that this video is in 720 quality and that the video I recorded is kind of like not exactly that great, I have to apologize as a video maker, as I don't know what else I am, like an editor. I'm sorry that had to be the case, but honestly, 24 hours of 1080p like high quality footage, that was not gonna happen on my computer. There is way too much stuff going on that's just like the files would be massive. 24 hours of HD footage. So I cut it down to 720. And then when I edited it, I sort of changed the frame rates a little bit. I know you don't care about this, but I changed the frame rates a little bit so that it's a bit like quicker and the files were a bit smaller. So that kind of makes the quality go down. So again, I have to apologize for that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, there's a like button for a reason, even though it doesn't do anything. It's still there, and it would make me happy if you liked the video. And finally, I can say this. If you want to support me on Patreon, the link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Yes, finally I can say that. Wow, that feels good. Even though it's not like I'm going to have a lot of people signing up for Patreon or anything. Although, if I did have people signing up for Patreon, that would light a bit of a fire under me to start making more content. I wonder if that'll happen.